Good morning everyone, this is As Mohammad Khan and I welcome you in today's segment student. Today we will discuss about the roots in flowering plants. As you know that the root is the important part of the plant student from which they absorb water and mineral from the soil. And with the help of that they also fix themselves inside the soil or the ground student. And they also conduct water and minerals with the help of root student because they provide the turgor pressure on the water from which water and minerals is supplied with the help of the xylem vascular tissue in different parts of the plant. Today we will discuss about the types of root in the flowering plant student. There are the three types of the root is found in the flowering plant student. First is taproot, second is fibrous root, third is adventitious root. First root, taproot is student, it is thick and fleshy root. Many times you eat carrot or radish. Carrot or radish are the examples of taproot student, and it is found in dicot plants. Most of all the dicot plants student, most of the dicot plants have the taproot in them, and taproot is thick and fleshy root. First, when the seed is grown into the soil, then the seed is germinated, and at the time of the germination, the embryo have the two parts. First is radicle, second is plumule. Radicle is developed into root student and plumule is developed into shoot. Radicle is first developed into primary root, and that primary root is developed into secondary and tertiary root student. So this taproot is developed from which part of the embryo? It is developed from the radicle of the embryo student. And in this there are the three regions are found student. Like here I have one plant root student. In this you can observe this region is known as meristematic region, and this region is known as elongation region, and this region is known as maturation region. So there are the three regions are found in the taproot. First is meristematic region. In this diagram you can see this is the meristematic region, lower region. This region is known as region of elongation, this middle region, and this upper region of the root is known as maturation region student, because this region is considered as primary root, and this primary root is developed into secondary or tertiary region. And around the root there are the fibers like structure you can observe student, and these fibers like structures around the taproot are known as root hairs. And with the help of the root hairs, what they absorb water and minerals. What they absorb water and minerals student with the help of these root hairs. And in this the examples of these taproots plant student: carrot, gram, radish, mango, guava, apple. These are the examples of the plants that have the tap roots. Now we come on the next. It is fibrous root student. Fibrous root is found in the monocot plants. Monocot plants like wheat plant, it is found student. Wheat plant it is found. Like here I have one plant, and this plant root you can observe, and it is the monocot, and it has the fibrous root, because in this the radicle is developed, means the radicle of the embryo is developed into primary root, and primary root is degenerated or it is ended student, and after the ending of the primary root it is developed into the fibers like structure, and those fibrous like structure are known as fibrous root. And this root means the fibrous root is not found at the deep of the ground, but this taproot is found at the deep of the ground, student. And with this, fibrous root is found in monocot plant, but taproot is found in dicot plant. Fibrous root is found in the monocot plant like, student, wheat, rice, sugarcane and maize. In these plants, which root are found? Fibrous roots are found, student. Fiber-like roots are found. Next is adventitious root. Adventitious roots are the roots that are developed from the radicle or other parts of the plant, student. And why are they known as adventitious? Because with the help of that, the plants perform the different functions. Like those adventitious roots are not found inside the ground, they may be found at the shoot, student. And with the help of that, they perform the different function, like the plants that are found in marshy area. So they have the aerial roots. So aerial roots are the example of adventitious root. With this, those adventitious roots are also help the plant in the reproduction, from which the new plants can be developed, like the grass and sweet potato. Grass and sweet potato are the examples of adventitious root, student. And why do we call? Because the grass, with the help of the grass roots, we can grow the grass or the runners, and with the help of the sweet potato root, we can grow another sweet potato plants. And it is found generally in the monocot, but sometimes it is also found in the dicot, like the banyan tree. Banyan tree have the aerial roots, and those aerial roots help the banyan tree in the respiration, and with the help of that, it also support that plant. So it is found in the banyan, monstera and grass. This adventitious root is found in banyan, monstera and grass. And what are the main function of the root, student? There are the different functions are performed by the root. First function, student, like all the roots, most of the roots have the geotropism. Geotropism means their growth takes place towards the ground, and with the help of that, they support the plant or they fix the plant inside the soil. So first function is fixation. They fix the plant inside the soil. Second function is absorption, student. With the help of the roots, plants absorb the water and minerals. Water and minerals are absorbed by the plants. Next important function that they have, student, it is conduction. Means when the water and minerals are absorbed by the roots of the plant, that water and mineral is conducted with the help of vascular tissue that is known as xylem to the different parts of the plant. And it also helps me, the roots also help in the conduction of water and mineral. With this, food storage, in generally the dicot plants roots that have the tap root, those tap roots store the food, student, and that food is utilized by the plants for the different purposes. So they store the food also. With this climbing, like the adventitious roots, student, adventitious roots help the plant in the climbing, student. With the help of this, the plants are climbed up, or they have the support with the neighboring structure, student, and that tropism is known as thigmotropism. So they do the climbing with the help of thigmotropism, and with this they also provide the extra support to the plant with this respiration, student. Like the plants that are found in marshy area, those plants have the aerial roots. Their roots are not found inside the ground. It is found above the ground like the shoot. And with the help of that, what they do respiration, student. With this, there are some plants, student, that have the green roots, and those green roots that are found in the form of adventitious root help the plant in photosynthesis. So these are the important functions that are performed by the roots. And now you will learn these all three roots: taproot, fibrous root, adventitious root. Taproot are thick and fleshy. Fibrous root have the fiber-like structure. Adventitious root also have the fiber-like structure, student. And that fiber-like structures help the plants in giving the sport. And with this, these adventitious plants also help in the reproduction. And these taproot are found in dicot plant, fibrous root are found in monocot plant, and adventitious root are also found in monocot plant, but there are some exceptions like banyan tree. Banyan tree have the adventitious root, student. So these are the examples of the different type of roots that are found in the flowering plants. Now you will write this important topic in your notebook and try to learn it. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.